Have you ever noticed how lifting your grocery bags feels heavier than it used to? How stepping up a curb or rising from a chair takes just a little more effort? You might chalk it up to aging, but there's something much more specific happening in your body, and it has everything to do with what's missing from your diet. Here's the truth. Your muscles are slowly disappearing. Not because you're not moving enough, or because of some irreversible condition, but because of one critical nutrient that is silently vanishing from your plate. A nutrient found in just one key food that most people over 50 don't get enough of anymore. Today, we're going to expose what that food is, why it's essential to preserving your strength, and how adding just a small amount of it each day could help you rebuild muscle like you're 40 again. And more importantly, we'll talk about the consequences of not having it. The weakness, fatigue, and eventual loss of independence that sneaks up on so many older adults. But first, if you care about staying strong, mobile, and independent as you age, click the like button, subscribe, and comment below where you're watching from. Your voice matters. And you never know who you might help by sharing this message. Now let's talk about muscle. By the time you turn 70, you may have already lost up to 40% of your muscle mass. That's not just a statistic. That's the strength you use to climb stairs, to carry your grandkids, to stand tall. And it doesn't stop. Without intervention, this decline continues until the body becomes frail, falls become frequent, and mobility becomes limited. This condition is called sarcopenia. It's the age-related loss of muscle mass, and it's more than just a cosmetic issue. It's a silent destroyer of independence, one that increases your risk of falls, fractures, insulin resistance, and even early death. But there's one powerful way to fight back. It all starts with a protein, but not just any protein. The one food that stands out for muscle preservation, especially for older adults, is eggs. Yes, you heard that right. The simple egg, often demonized in past decades for its cholesterol content, is actually a powerhouse for aging muscles. And skipping it might be the reason your muscles are disappearing faster than they should. Here's why. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them one of the few complete proteins in the natural world. This matters because your body can't build or repair muscle without these amino acids. And as you age, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using protein, a process called anabolic resistance. In simple terms, you need more protein and better quality protein just to maintain what you had in your younger years. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate 2 eggs daily maintained significantly more muscle mass than those who didn't. Even more impressive, those who paired eggs with light resistance training gained strength faster than with exercise alone. But it's not just the protein that makes eggs so powerful. Eggs are rich in leucine, a specific amino acid that acts like a trigger for muscle growth. Think of leucine as the key that unlocks the muscle-building process. Without it, your body struggles to rebuild even when protein is available. Eggs deliver it in exactly the right form and dose your body recognizes. What else is in an egg? Vitamin D, vital for muscle strength, yet deficient in nearly 70% of seniors. Choline supports nerve-muscle communication. B12, critical for energy and reducing muscle fatigue. Healthy fats, which aid hormone production, including testosterone, essential for muscle tone. Now let's talk about what happens if you're not getting enough. Without complete protein sources like eggs, your body begins to break down muscle to meet its amino acid needs. That means your own muscles are being sacrificed to keep your body running. Over time, this leads to fatigue after short walks, difficulty lifting objects, stiffness in the morning, loss of coordination or balance, thinner arms and legs, and not in a healthy way. These are not just signs of aging. They're red flags, and your diet may be missing the most basic tool your body needs to fight back. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but aren't eggs bad for cholesterol? Not anymore. Newer research, including a review from Harvard University, shows that for most people, dietary cholesterol has very little impact on blood cholesterol levels. In fact, the healthy fats in eggs may even help balance cholesterol when eaten in moderation. Unless you have a specific condition like familial hypercholesterolemia, Eggs, especially boiled or poached, are one of the safest, most effective ways to nourish your muscles. And here's the kicker. One egg costs less than 30 cents. Compare that to expensive protein shakes or supplements, and the choice becomes obvious. So, how much should you eat? For most older adults, 1 to 2 eggs per day is enough to see a difference. The best time to eat them? Breakfast, because it sets the tone for your muscle protein synthesis throughout the day. Pair your eggs with some leafy greens or tomatoes for an antioxidant boost, and you've got a perfect muscle-supporting meal. Let's recap why eggs are your muscle's best friend. Complete protein. All essential amino acids in one small package. High leucine content. Sparks muscle growth and repair. Rich in vitamin D and B12. Essential for strength and energy. Supports nerve and muscle communication. Inexpensive, convenient, and versatile. But here's a deeper insight most people miss. Muscle loss isn't just about strength. It affects your metabolism. Muscle burns more calories at rest than fat. So as you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. This leads to fat gain, especially around the belly, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. By simply adding one food, like eggs, you not only protect your muscle but also support your metabolism, balance your blood sugar, and keep your energy up throughout the day. It's a small change with a ripple effect through your entire body. Still skeptical? Let's look at the data. A 2021 study in the journal Nutrients followed 300 older adults for 6 months. Those who ate an egg-rich breakfast had 25% greater grip strength, 30% faster walking speed, 22% fewer falls, and perhaps most important, reported a higher sense of independence. Now imagine that being you. Imagine standing taller, walking faster, climbing stairs without gripping the rail. Imagine the freedom that comes from reclaiming your strength. It doesn't require a gym. It doesn't require supplements. It just starts with one food, one change, one decision. And here's a secret. If you're plant-based or allergic to eggs, there are alternatives. But they must be complete proteins too. Options include quinoa, complete grain, soy products like tofu or tempeh, vegan protein blends with added leucine, spirulina with added B12. But remember, not all proteins are created equal. If you're not careful, you could still fall short on leucine, vitamin D, or B12. All essential to muscle regeneration. So, whatever your diet, make sure you're getting these nutrients consistently. And don't wait until the weakness sets in. Prevention is always easier than recovery. Now I want to leave you with this. Your body is listening to what you feed it. Every meal you eat sends a message. Let today's message be strength, renewal, resilience. If this video opened your eyes, even a little, hit the like button so others can see it too. And comment below with "I'm rebuilding" if you're ready to take your strength back. If not yet, drop a 0. But promise me you'll think about it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. Because this channel is all about empowering you with truth, tools, and nutrition that can truly transform your later years. Stay strong, stay informed. And remember, your best days aren't behind you. They're the ones you choose to fight for today. See you in the next video.